Hey, welcome. So, have you ever wanted to build your own AI chatbot but just had no idea where to even begin? Well, then you've absolutely come to the right place. Today, we're going to break it all down into a simple 5-step launchpad that's really designed for everyone, especially if you're not a coder. So, let's jump right in.
So the real question is, are you ready? Because honestly, the tools to build with AI have never, ever been easier to get your hands on, and our goal today is just pure clarity.
Yep, we're going to ditch all that complicated jargon and just focus on building your confidence one simple, powerful step at a time.
Okay, first things first, we have to master the flow. Now, flow sounds technical, but it's just the path a conversation takes with your bot. It's kind of like the script for your AI actor. It is the foundation for absolutely everything that comes next. You see, at the very heart of any good bot is the default flow. You can just think of it as its central brain. This is home base. It doesn't matter what little side quest a user goes on, the conversation always comes back to this main hub. It's where you put your most important instructions. And what this does is create this really simple but super powerful conversational loop. The user speaks, the bot goes off and handles a task, that task ends, and boom, the conversation returns right back to the central brain, ready for whatever's next. Understanding this cycle is the key to making a bot that feels coherent and, not just chaotic. Okay, here's a pro tip for you, a really powerful tool for your toolkit, the message checker flow. It basically acts like a smart receptionist. It instantly figures out if a user sent text or an image and sends it to the right place automatically. It's a must-have for building flexible, modern bots.
All right, so now that we've got our foundation in place, let's move on to step 2, prompting. If the flow is the script, then the prompt is your direction to that AI actor. It's how you control the whole performance.
Prompting is really both an art and a science. I mean, the tiniest change in your wording, like swapping create a picture for illustrate a dramatic scene, can lead to wildly different outcomes. This is your most powerful lever for controlling the AI. Ready to level up? Good, because we're going to talk about something called prompt chaining. Now, I know it sounds technical, but it's a beautifully simple idea. Instead of just giving the AI one command, you use a first prompt to set up a second one for even better results. Here's exactly how it works. First, you might ask the AI, hey, write me a super detailed, really artistic description of a sunset over a futuristic city. Then, you take that beautiful description it just wrote for you, and you feed that into your image generator. The result? Way more creative and less generic images. You're using AI to help you prompt AI. It's brilliant. All right, on to step 3, tagging. This is how your bot actually remembers who it's talking to and what they might be interested in. But, and this is super important, how you do this really depends on the platform you're using. Just think of tags as little digital sticky notes. Is this user a brand new lead? Are they interested in a specific product? Tags are what make your bots smarter and more personal. But like we're about to see, there's no one-size-fits-all way to get it done. And wow, this is where you'll see a big difference between platforms. For a platform like PayMeGPT, it's easy. You just use plain English. You can say something like, if a user mentions pricing, tag them as a hot lead. But for CBB, it's more of a show, don't tell kind of thing. You give it a little JSON code snippet as an example to guide the AI, not to ask it to actually write code. So if you're going down the CBB route, just remember 2 golden rules. First, you have to create your tags in the system before you ask the AI to use them. And second, remember that different AI models have different strengths. For this kind of task, a model like GPT-5 Nano is known to just work incredibly well. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit here, because we're moving from the technical stuff to the mental game. Step 4 is all about adopting a builder's mindset, and this might honestly be the most important step of all for your long-term success. I love this quote because it just sets the right expectation. Building with AI is a journey, right? It's not a magic trick. These tools won't do everything for you instantly. They're your co-pilot, your assistant, your superpower, but at the end of the day, you're the one flying the plane. So the best way to do this? Just embrace the process. Start small. Build a simple bot that does just one thing really, really well. Test it, understand it, and only then do you add the next feature. This step-by-step method will save you so much frustration and keep you moving forward. And that brings us to our final step, which is all about looking ahead. Step 5, adapt and evolve. Because in the world of AI, the only thing that's constant is change. And I'm not exaggerating here, new features, new AI models, new pricing, it can all pop up overnight. Your ability to stay flexible, to stay curious, and be willing to adapt, it's not just a good skill, it's your ultimate superpower as a builder. So how do you stay ahead of the curve? Well, you gotta be proactive. Make it a habit to check for platform updates. Keep an eye on changes in tools you use, like Zapier. And most importantly, just carve out some time to play and experiment. That's how you turn change from being a threat into a real opportunity. And just like that, you have everything you need to get started. You have the foundational knowledge, and, just as important, you've got the right mindset. You are ready to launch. All right, let's do a quick recap of our launchpad. 1. Master the conversational flow. 2. Engineer your prompts with precision. 3. Organize your users with tags. 4. Adopt a builder's mindset. And 5. Always be ready to adapt and evolve. That's it. That's your roadmap.
So, you've got the roadmap. You have the 5 key pillars for success. The only question left is, what amazing thing are you going to build first?